Recording in progress.
Good morning, guys. So we'll go ahead with the chapter of advanced tax, TDS, TCS. Okay. Come to question number 43. Question number 43. Ready, everybody? Mr. X sold his house property in Bangalore as well as his rural agri land for a consideration of 60 lakhs and 15 lakhs respectively to Mr. Y on 1/8/22. He has purchased the HP and the land in the year 2020. We can take it as 2021 also. Okay. For 40 lakhs and 10 lakhs respectively. He had purchased. Okay. The stamp duty value on the date of transfer, that is 1/8/22, is 85 lakhs and 20 lakhs for the HP and rural agri land respectively. Examine the tax implications in the hands of X and Y and the TDS implications, if any, in the hands of Y, because he is the buyer, na bachcho. Assuming that both X and Y both are bachcho resident Indians. Nice. Okay. First of all, bachcho, there is sale. अरे हाँ या ना? It is बच्चों sale. It is sale of immovable property. Agreed? हाँ. Then there is sale of two immovable properties. Which one? HP and rural agri land. Okay, fine. From Mr. X point of view, not Y. From बच्चों Mr. X point of view, X is the seller. हाँ या ना? Okay. They are giving you something. The stamp duty value is so and so. That is point number 1. Then they are also giving you the purchase price, bachcho. And then they are giving you the sale agreement value, the sale value. Okay? Acha. First of all, what chapter comes to your mind from Mr. X's point of view? Capital gains. Very good. Two properties is sold, HP and rural agri land. So on the rural agri land, obviously there is no capital gain concept over there. So we have to compute, or let us say we'll have to do the calculation from what point of view? House property is sold. Correct, Delia? I have right now given you whatever, the 2021 whatever I have given you, okay? He has purchased then and he sold in 2022 itself, okay? Fine. So it will be short term capital gain. The dates are clearly not given, but assume purchase in 2021 and sold in 22. 2 years not completed. Are haan. So short term capital gains, I have done here 2021, the purchase year, okay, in the hands of Mr. X. So again, bacho, there is no concept of indexation available over there. This is from whose point of view? X's point of view, that is seller. From buyer's point of view, bacho, tell me. Achha, sorry, one more thing remaining. I forgot. Immovable property sold for what price? HP 60. As on that day, the selling consideration day, tell me, SDV is there, na? 85 lakhs. Which section comes to your mind? Which section comes to your mind? Actual sale considered 60 lakhs, SDV 85 lakhs. House property sold. Come on, all of you. From seller's point of view, Mr. X's point of view. Arey Bhagwan, I'm talking of Mr. X only, seller's point of view. Come on, tell me. Anybody? He sold the property SDV 85 lakhs. He sold that property of SDV of 85 lakhs for rupees 60 lakhs. Nitin, you were right, but give me answer. I mean, section number, etc. Little bit more reference. Correct. It is more than 110% of the actual sale consideration. 50C. How you forgot it? Capital gain so quickly, Nalayako, all of you. Correct. Good. Can we go ahead, everybody? So that is from Mr. X's point of view. Already clear? Chalo. And yes, maybe Mansi, from buyer's point of view, correct. From buyer's point of view, he purchased the property worth 85 lakhs or SDV is 85 lakhs. He got it only for 60 lakhs. Who? The buyer. So, but from buyer's point of view, what will happen? SDV is 85 lakhs. He got the property only for 60 lakhs. It is a case of inadequate consideration. That is 56 to 10 gift. Hi, Anna. Everybody? But gift will be applicable on both the cases. Immovable property. There is no exception over there. Hai na? So I hope you understood the question quite properly. Now let us again talk from buyer's point of view, TDS. Buyer's point of view, TDS. TDS will happen on house property or no? Yes, 1% on 60 lakhs. Because 1% will be applicable on actual sale consideration, not on SDV. TDS I am talking about. I hope you are understanding the recipe to make not Mr. Bacho, bhel, hai na? Onion, tomato, this, that, chutney, and this is happening, bacho. Hai ki nahi? Everything is now coming, na bacho? Hai ki nahi? It is like a buffet. All items are coming together. You don't know what to eat first. Hai na? You want to eat everything. Hai ki nahi? Now what all you want to remember and bring into picture. Hai ki nahi? Chalo. So on 60 lakhs, 1% TDS, 194 IA. TDS on bachcho that 15 lakhs property, agricultural property. No TDS. Reason, tell me reason. Tell me reason. Reason is more important. Very good. Bachcho, it is exempt. What is exempt? Indrajit, very good answer. Because of less than 50 lakhs? No, that is not the reason, main reason. But rural agri land itself is exempt. Under 194 IA. On that, TDS is not applicable. Okay? On that property. I mean, on that kind of property, TDS will not happen. Even if it was more than 50 lakh rupees. Okay? Nice! Let's write down the notebook. Bacho. I told you, na? You will get a feel of the chapter now. Question number 43. Ready, everybody? So this is asking you, see, this is asking you means this is your understanding. Okay? They are trying to develop your understanding, no? So point number 1. From Mr. X. Taxability. Okay? Or for Mr. X. Ready, bachcho? Chalo. Point number 1. Rural agri land is not a capital asset. Okay? Therefore, no CG will arise on sale of such asset. Okay? Or land, whatever. Finally, everybody. Actually, you got the message now of the notes and all, books. I think I sent you something. At least others, those who have notes, you can always refer quickly, na, from volume 1 or whatever you have. Hai na? Ready? Then, so point number 2. For HP sale, SDV is rupees 85 lakhs. and actual sale consideration will be 60 lakhs. Therefore, as per section बच्चों कौन सा, which section? Section 50C. Okay, since SDV exceeds 110% of actual sale consideration, therefore we take SDV as deemed full value consideration. Okay, everybody? चलेगा? भगवान. Next line. Since property was purchased in 2021, okay, therefore what your holding period is what? Is less than 24 months. Correct. Therefore, STCG will arise. Fine. So particulars rupees sale consideration. How much are we taking? Rupees in lakhs you can take. Sale consideration how much are we taking? 60 or 85? 85 less. Sorry. Cost of acquisition. How much? Originally purchase price is what? 40, no? Original purchase price is 40. Okay, Akshay. Short-term capital gain bachcho rupees 45 lakhs in the hands of Mr. X. Tell me the tax rate. Go back in the chapter of capital gains if you want. Check the tax rates table over there in the capital gains and tell me the taxability of this asset, or you can say this transaction. You have to know it. Okay, Nathan. All of you answer. Go back in the chapter of short-term in the chapter of capital gains. Check your notes. Check the notes, बच्चों. Anybody else? All of you answer, come on. There has to be some answer, na? Either right or wrong, that is something different, but you should find the answer. I can always give you ready-made available, whatever is, especially we have covered. Give me some answer. 10%, 15%, 20%, 30%, 1 lakh, whatever. Slab rates, whatever it is. All of you? Bolo. Where are you all? Are you there or no? What is taking so much time? Only Nitin has answered. Others?
Recording stopped.
Okay, Mansi. Dundo, Andrajit, Akshay, Khushbu. Nitin, even you check again. कौन सा गांजा पीता रही इंद्रजीत तू 45 लाख कभी किया है कैलकुलेट हम लोगों ने वी आर डूइंग फॉर अदर प्रॉपर्टी हाउस प्रॉपर्टी वाला कर रहे हैं एचपी सेल वी आर डूइंग ना नाउ 45 लाख लिखा है टैक्सेबल पागल ही तू एग्रीलैंड तो नहीं कर रहे ना हम लोग एग्रीलैंड वी आर नॉट डूइंग अदरवाइज आई वुड हैव डन द कैलकुलेशन एट ऑल I want this 45 lakhs. ये हाउस प्रॉपर्टी से आया है. Look at the question at least. हाँ बोलो खुशबू, अक्षय, नितिन.
Recording in progress.
It is short term. Short term there are only two rates, 15% or normal slab rates. 15% comes into picture of 111A. That comes only for three assets. Which one? Listed equity shares, units of business trust, units of mutual fund. Only those three assets, it comes under 111A, 15%. Remaining but all the short-term capital gains is taxed at normal slab rates. Yes? Normal slab rates. Okay, everybody? Second, taxability of Mr. Y. रेडी बच्चों? First one is what? Inadequate consideration. Is taxable. Under section बच्चों which one? 56 to 10 है ना? Correct no everybody? But is movable or immovable property? Immovable property. If difference of SDB and actual purchase price exceeds बच्चों how much? Higher of ना 50% or sorry 50,000 or 10% of actual sale consideration. Agree till here? Okay, everybody, done? Next one. Therefore, actual gift is of how much? He paid 60 lakhs for 85 lakhs property, so rupees 85 lakhs minus rupees 65 lakhs. Yes, tell you all of you? 60, no? Not 60 but 60. That is rupees 25 lakhs. Is it बच्चों more than actual sale consideration? अरे हाँ या ना? 10% of 60 lakhs, 6 lakhs. Is it more than 6 lakhs? Yes. Therefore, since rupees 25 lakhs exceeds, pay attention, 50,000 oblique higher of 10% of rupees 60 lakhs. Therefore, rupees 25 lakhs taxable as income from other sources under section 56(2)(10). That is point number 1. What is the logic, bachcho? This is done. Write down this first of all. Khushbu, did you understand it? Khushbu? Okay. Next one. What I wanted to ask you. What is the relation between 56(2)(10) and capital asset? 56(2)(10) and capital asset. Did you understand my question? So gift is applicable only on capital asset, yes or no? Everybody? अरे बोलो कुछ तो. Not only capital asset, okay. Check the chapter of IOS. Provisions of gift, we are in IOS chapter, shall apply only if the property is in nature of a capital asset. That also much logic we are seeing for movable property also. And the same logic is also applicable for immovable property. Okay, so if it is not a capital asset, it is not a, gift provisions are not applicable in the hands of recipient. Yes, clear all of you? Oh, बच्चों, ठीक है? Clear or no? So here also which we have discussed, capital asset. Property means following capital asset. So to make it taxable in the hands of recipient, if it is for inadequate consideration, the property needs to be bachcho capital asset. Okay. So second point, please star mark. Write down. Rural agri land. Rural agri land is not a capital asset. Okay. Therefore, section 56(2)(10) is not applicable. Since property under section 56(2)(10) only includes capital asset. Fine, Delia? So if there is gift of non-capital asset, remember, it was not taxable in the hands of recipient. Agreed? All of you? Fine, no? Done? And yes, we are going to do the TDS third part. So TDS part. Third part. TDS by Mr. Y. That is buyer. TDS by Mr. Y. that is buyer. Under that, 194 IA is applicable on sale of immovable property, sale of immovable property exceeding rupees 50 lakhs. TDS at the rate of 1% on rupees. Kitna? What is the sale consideration? On let us say TDS at the rate of 1% on sale consideration. This also we had covered yesterday. It is not on SDV. It is बच्चों on sale consideration. है ना? And rural agri land is exempted. On 94 IA. Therefore, how much? 60,000. Okay, till here, all of you done? बोलो बच्चों. Done. Going ahead, okay, everybody? Ready? 28 star mark. Ready, everybody? Mr. X, a salaried individual, pays rent of rupees 55,000 per month to Mr. Y from June 22. Is it required to deduct tax at source? If so, when is it required to deduct tax? Also, compute the amount of tax to be deducted at source. Wow. So obviously they have to deduct tax. Hai na? What a question it is. Would your answer change if Mr. X vacated the premises on 31st December 22? Also, what would be your answer if Mr. Y does not provide his PAN to Mr. X? Bhelpuri, misheard, है ना, buffet, all gadbad. Maja? Maja is happening, बच्चों. Maja? Enjoying? Tell me. Oh, बच्चों. Some of you are thinking this chapter is definitely option, है ना? नहीं ना? Okay. अब now खिचड़ी, भेल, मिसल, everything is mixing, है ना? One roti, one rice, one gulab jamun, है ना? वाह वाह वाह. It's all mixture here. Yeah. It's a revision of all chapters. This question specific to 28 is about nothing else. It's only one particular concept. Okay, what comes to your mind? Chalo. Which section comes to your mind? Sorry, my goodness. If he does not get HRA, Mr. X, he can claim deduction also, bachcho, under section 80 GG. If he does not get HRA, if he gets bachcho HRA, then 1013A. है ना, deduction, remember? Very good, Nathan. If PAN is not given, then 206AA is applicable. Good. So that is one thing, okay. What about TDS? Very good, Mansi. Correct. Two sections of bachcho are coming into picture. Others, did you realize which section are coming into picture? For question number 28. He is paying rent. Hey beta. No. Look at the question. We are discussing mainly about TDS. So TDS to be done by payer. Payer is Mr. X. He is paying rent of 55,000. He is a salaried individual, but Kushbu, that is okay. PAN not given, 206AA is okay. What about the rent paid for residential house? Even though it is a personal payment. Mansi, answer is correct. Others, come on. I'll have to again give you time to read the section again, revise, my goodness. 194I will not come into picture because X is a salaried individual. TDS comes into picture for individual if the turnover was more than 1 crore or 50 lakhs in the preceding year. That means they have to be from business. But this person is from salaried, therefore he is not a deductor. He is not a deductor in the current year. But that is the reason now the second stage of TDS section starts. When TDS needs to be done, even if you are not a deductor. Okay. 194IB bachcho will come into picture. 194IB. Do you remember 194IB? What are the conditions? Individual HF. Not a deductor in the current year. Not a deductor. Pays rent of more than 50,000 per month. Needs to deduct tax at source. But in which month? Now tell me. But in which month? When will you deduct tax? Credit or payment which was earlier or in the last month? Read 194IB quickly. 194IB. Last month. Last month of the year or last month of the tenancy, whichever is earlier. Remember? TDS rate is what? 5%? Tell me. TDS rate is bachcho 5%. Yes, fine. So I hope you remember a little bit. Write down. That's why I told you to just give a star mark there. Okay, question number 28, bachcho, give a star mark. Good. Write down. Since Mr. X is a salaried individual, comma, he was not subject to business or profession in the preceding year. Barabar? Full stop. Therefore, he is not a deductor. In PY 22-23. Fine, Lilia? That's what I'm repeating again. If any high value transaction is done, and TDS was generally not applicable for any reason. Now one of the reason is what? Payer is not a deductor, but it is a high value transaction. That's why to bring even such transaction into TDS net, TDS bracket. They have put certain sections like this. Okay. So basically just trying to catch or identify high net worth individuals. है ना बच्चों? Can you go ahead? Therefore, he is not a deductor in the current year 2023. Full stop. However, very important now. However, he pays rent of more than rupees 50,000 per month, है ना? Therefore, he is liable to deduct TDS at the rate of 5% under section 194 IB, है ना, on total rent paid for PY 22-23. Okay, all of you? Can we go ahead? And point number 3. TDS is done in the last month of the year. Or end of tenancy. Whichever is earlier. Whichever is earlier. Done, everybody? So case 1, normal. So compute the amount of tax, है ना? TDS. Case 1. TDS to be done. What is the rent, बच्चों? $50,000 per month. How many months? Tell me now. Has utilized? April, May not utilized, na? From June till March, let us say normally, first case. So April, May not utilized, so only 10 months. Yes, Celia? Into 5%. $27,500 is it? When will we deduct this? In the first case which we are doing. When Bachu will we deduct this? Will be deducted from the rent to be paid of last month, that is of March 2023. So 55,000 bachu, whatever we are going to pay for the March rent, 55,000 minus 27,500 bachu will be the TDS. है ना? Clearly all of you? अरे बोलो हाँ. Case 2. What is case 2, bachcho? Would our answer change if Mr. X vacated the premises on 31st December? Tell me, give me the answer. Yes, correct, Indrajit. So rent is बच्चों still 55,000. बच्चों from June to December, but 9 minus 2 months, na? 7 months. 9 means April to December. I'm taking 9 months. From that, April and June, May is not there, so 9 minus 2, 7 months. Into 5%. How much is this? $19,250, is it? Good. When will you deduct this now? December, from the rent of last month of tenancy. Just say all of you. Done all of you? And last case 3. What if बच्चों the owner does not provide PAN and take it as 10 months, okay, up to March. Don't take it as December, we'll take it up to March. चलेगा? Write down. If PAN not furnished by payee, okay, then TDS will be at the rate of higher of 5% or 20%, which that is 20%. Therefore, for 10 months rent, I am doing for 10 months, is rupees 55,000. 10 months, but into 20%. Give me this figure. $275. Sorry, 1,10,000. Okay, 1,10,000. Double, no? How much TDS will do? How much TDS will we do? How much TDS will we do? No, not 1.1 lakhs. How much are you paying him for the last month? $55,000. So, bachu, is it that you will not pay him rent for 2 months? It is not like that. What is given in the 194 IB that in no case the TDS amount cannot be more than the rent of the last month. Agreed or no? Understood, everybody? The star mark. TDS will be restricted to rent of last month, that is rupees how much? 55,000, okay, not 1,10,000. I hope you're understanding, everybody. It will be very complicated otherwise. You will tell him, oh, okay, 2 months I'm not paying you. He will throw you out. Okay, everybody? Jan Dana Jan. Sorry. Done, everybody? $21, but you give me answer. It looks like a time pass question to me. Time pass question. $21. EBC Limited makes the following payments to the contractor for in the year: 35,000, 25,000, 30,000 on different dates: 1/5/22, 1/8/22, and 30,000 on 1/2/20, 1/12/22. On 1st March 23, a payment of 20,000 is due to Mr. X on account of contract work. Discuss whether ABC Limited is liable to deduct tax at source under Section 194C for payments made to X. Tell me the reason. Tell me the reason, बच्चों. Tell me. What reason? But why TDS you're saying? And what is the rate also of TDS? The reason is what? It crosses 1 lakh. Achha, rate of TDS is 1%. Okay. The reason is what, bachcho? Very good, Khushbu. Okay. 30,000 exceeds. That is correct answer. Because of this only, bachcho, it got applicable. Because of the first transaction itself. Okay. See, even if this total is how much? 90,000, no? Okay, till here. Still, in the first transaction, bachcho, itself, it is more than 30,000. So, TDS got, bachcho, applicable over there itself. And there onwards, see, once it is applicable for the entire year. Okay, all of you? Are hai na? And secondly, bachcho, what about this 28,000? It is due but not paid. Means what? Applicable or not applicable? Accrued, huh? So applicable, bachcho. Even that is, bachcho, obviously applicable. Yes, still here? Okay? Right now. $21. Payer is ABC Limited, that is a company. Therefore, it is always a deductor. It is always a deductor. Okay? It doesn't mean it will deduct on every transaction, but it is liable to be a deductor. Okay? And now, but now we are looking at the transactions. TDS under Section 194C is applicable if a contract amount exceeds rupees 30,000 or total payment for the year, total contract payment exceeds rupees how much, bachcho? 1 lakh. per annum. Yes, चलिए. Third, if payee is individual, TDS under section 194C is at what rate, बच्चों? 1%. Yes, चलिए. And one more point. Basically, what I'm trying to tell you, TDS will be applicable, but whether on this 90,000, 28,000, or on both. Good. Why 28,000 also, Indrajit? But what is the reason? Means, are we saying on all the amounts whichever is going after that? Answer is also yes. Once it is applicable for all the transactions with that party for that type of payment contract. But 20,000 is not paid, it is only due. Very good, Indrajit, good answer, good. Nice. Very good, Mansi, good. So credit or paid, whichever is earlier. Yes, everybody? TDS under section 194C is applicable on credit or receipt whichever is earlier basis. Samjha? So even if that 20,000 is just booked in the books but not yet paid, still TDS bachcho becomes immediately applicable. Are haan, all of you? So write on point number 5. Since first payment exceeds rupees 30,000, 194C will be applicable for all the payments. For all the payments. Correct? Therefore, TDS at the rate of 1% of what, bachcho? Add those figures. 35,000 plus 25,000 plus 30,000 plus importantly 28,000 also. Yes, Celia? These were 90, na? Plus 28, 118. Is it right? 1180, all of you? Then all of you tell me, all okay? Oh God. $23. Done? 23. Try 23 बच्चों. Come on, try.
Recording stopped.
Done or no? All of you tried? 23. God.
Recording in progress.
23 बच्चों. A, tell me. Rent paid for hire of machinery by B Limited to Mr. Raman 2,80,000. It is more than 2,40,000. Hey, rent on machinery is 194 high. Higher is which rent? My goodness. Huh? Correct. 194 higher. 2% बच्चों. 2%. 194 high बच्चों, there are two rates, 10% and 2%. So TDS at the rate of 2% on rupees 2,80,000 under section 194I, since rent for machinery. Okay. B. Fee paid to Dr. Srivatsan by Sundar HUF, 35,000 for surgery performed to a member of the family. Tell me. Doctor, surgery fees paid. Okay, Mansi. Others? हाँ तो section Indrajit. It is not a business transaction. One and over H यार commission कुछ भी. No details बच्चों on personal payments. Okay. Okay, everybody. It is not a business transaction, therefore not. I told you that day, if the hospital pays to doctor, that is obviously in that case TDS will happen. Hospital to doctor. Directly बच्चों patient or family paying to the hospital is not liable for TDS. Okay. See, okay now everybody? Star mark if at all you made mistake over there. ABC Limited Company paid 19,000 to one of its directors as director sitting fees. Only 19,000. No threshold limit बच्चों for director sitting fees, TDS okay. Under section 194J, but only for director sitting fees. Remaining there is 30,000 something. And Mr. X sold his house to Y on 1 2 something for 60 lakhs. But under section 194 IA. Sorry. Done? All of you? Can we go ahead, everybody? Sorry. $24. Ready? 24 is what page? 13.33. Ashwin, doing manufacture and wholesale trade furnishes you the following information. Doing manufacture and wholesale trade business, PGPP. Total turnover of the financial year, but you make it 21, 22. Okay, one year add on. And the current year 22, 23. Are हाँ या ना? Earlier year बच्चों how much? 2 crore 5 lakh. Yes. And this year बच्चों how much? 95 lakhs. God. हाँ तो what to do more than 2 crore? He is a deductor because his turnover is more than 50 lakhs or 1 crore. है ना बच्चों? So he is a deductor. Yes. Ready? State whether deduction at source will be applicable on the following expenditure. Interest paid to bank. Why will you pay interest? Any loan, anything you have taken? Allowed? I mean, applicable? Interest paid by, it is not paid by, it's paid to. The payer is Ashwin, assessee. Tell me, bachcho. Interest paid on loan. Obviously, then only you will pay now. As in you have taken the loan from bank, that's why you will pay interest. Why else? Okay. Good, Mansi. 193, I think, is interest on securities. And 194A is interest on other than interest on securities. Hai na? And Nalayako, TDS is when you pay to bank, TDS is not applicable. When bank pays you, there can be TDS. Okay? Any interest paid to the bank. Take out quickly, chalo 194A. Any bachcho interest paid to banking company, cooperative bank, or so and so, TDS will not be applicable. Okay, everybody? Fine or no? Interesting. I like this question. So 24th. This is okay. Can you go ahead? So let's write down. Let's try at least start. Then we'll go transaction wise. 24th. Assessee is individual. है ना? Assessee is बच्चों write down. Assessee is individual. And business turnover of preceding year exceeds rupees 1 crore. अले हाँ Therefore, he is a deductor. Correct? अरे हाँ है ना everybody? In PY, in current PY, '22, '23. Yes, still here, all of you. चलो first one. Interest paid to UCO Bank purposely बच्चों they have put 41,000 you know. हाँ है ना? Okay till here. So write down. Interest paid to bank doesn't attract section which one बच्चों? वन 194A. ठीक है? Second, contract payment to Raj. 2 contracts of 12,000 each. That's it. 24,000. बोलो. No TDS. Since threshold limits are rupees 30,000 per contract or rupees 1 lakh per annum. Yes, still here? God, sorry. But बच्चों, if at all it was applicable, then what would be the rate of TDS? If it was applicable, if I'm saying if, then TDS rate would have been 1%. Why? Because Raj बच्चों is an individual, है ना? Third one, shop rent paid to one pay rupees 2,90,000. How much applicable or not applicable? Yes, बच्चों applicable है ना, because it is more than 2.4 lakhs. At the rate of 10% since rent exceeds ₹2.4 lakhs per annum. कर लिया? Therefore, $2,90,000 into 10%, 29,000. Okay. Commission paid to Badu, rupees 17,000. Commission. Section number at least tell me. Correct. (194H). at the rate of 5% since amount exceeds rupees 15,000. Correct now? Threshold limit is 15,000. Good. Correct. Therefore, TDS is 17,000 into 5%. 850 na? Done all of you? Interest paid to Indian Bank on term loan same as A. Okay till here? Sixth or G, advertisement expenses to R. Two individual payments of 24,000 and 34,000 made, total 58,000. 24 and 34. Okay. One 94 I. Tell me all of you. Correct. Very good answer, Indrajit. Good answer. One 94 which section applicable बच्चों? C. Correct. And since under 194C, why 194C first of all? Because in under 194C, it is clear cut given to you. Work under 194C बच्चों includes advertisement. Okay, good. Since a contract exceeds rupees 30,000, therefore TDS at the rate of 1% on entire amount of rupees 58,000 580. Done? Can we go ahead, everybody? Seven. Factory rent paid 2,85,000. So same as 3. How much TDS? 28,500. Agreed? And brokerage paid to B, sub broker 16, same as broker only, na? D. D means what? It was 4. Yes, 800 rupees. Yes, all of you? Sorry. Can you go ahead, everybody? Okay, Niraj, take care. Message me later. Okay, everybody, can we go ahead, everybody? 26. Ready? Mrs. Aurora Limited submit the following details pertaining to financial year 22-23. So, but it is a company, so always a deductor, isn't it, everybody? Payment of professional fees to Mr. Money, 50,000. Okay, let us read the question entirely first. Interior works done by Hari for 2 lakhs on contract basis. Payment made in the month of March 22. Okay, increase 1 month years. Tax deducted in March was paid on 30th June 23. Fine. Okay. Is it just a minute? Interior works, no? Make it 23. Okay, we'll do that. That is no problem. Okay. Then factory rent paid to Mr. Rao 15 lakhs. TDS at source, tax related source, and paid on 1/11/24 next year. Interest on FD 2 lakhs. Tax deducted on 31st December 23. Are the numbers increased or what? Okay. They are fine. These numbers are fine. Okay. Tax was returned 31st December 22 and paid on 20th September 23. Okay. Examined with reference to allowability of the same in AY 23-24. Under Income Tax Act, your answer must be with reference to 40A with relevant tax deduction source provision, TDS also. Assume date of filing of return as 31st October 23. Now बच्चों we have obviously a close connection of what? Sorry. TDS and what बच्चों? Disallowances 48 है ना? फाइंड लिया? Hello Manoj. Can we go ahead everybody? First of all, okay, one small thing we have to understand, pay attention. Payment made in month of March of contract. So when TDS should be done? Payment or receipt which was earlier correct in March only. Okay? So tax was deducted in March but was paid in June to the government. Okay? Then look at the second question also. Point number D, this one. Tax was deducted on 31st December but paid to the government bachcho in September 23. Okay, clear all of you? So there has to be some provisions or bachcho there has to be some, you can say, rule regarding when you have to deposit the TDS. Are you getting my point everybody? Can I deposit after 1 year, 2 years? No, no. Because obviously bachcho, even the payee needs to what bachcho? Take the credit or no? Are you getting my point? The payee bachcho needs to take the credit in time. Yes everyone, tell you understood? Follow. Clear na? So bachcho, let us do some provisions quickly about payment of taxes. By when you have to deposit the TDS. Okay? Let's do the process part now. Chalo. Come to 13.17 TDS procedures. Interesting. All practical now, or you can say process based. है ना? चलेगा? TDS procedures. Now first of all, these compliances are applicable on which person बच्चों? Payer or payee? TDS. Deductor or deductee? All of you? Deductor. Okay, payer. So there are lots of compliances which we have to understand now. Please understand. Okay, first of all, what is the first most headache which we have to understand is whether TDS is applicable or not. Then TDS is applicable under which section, at what rate. This is the first problem or first headache. Clearly here? Then not just that, then he deducts the tax. And but now he has to deposit the tax to the government and also report to the government that whose money he has deducted and deposited. Then issue a TDS certificate to the payee as a proof that yes, I have deducted your taxes, because based on that TDS certificate or that TDS, credit can be claimed by the payee. Did you understand or no? All of you? Yes? Tell me everybody. Pakka? Okay. Check now. First one. First step. Get TAN. What TAN bachcho? Tax deduction as well as collection account number is called as TAN. We have PAN, permanent account number bachcho. Aaya na? PAN, permanent account number, which it was for all the assessee. Every assessee under income tax. Hi Anna? Yes everybody. Similarly, all the deductors also need to obtain a TAN. Okay, it is what is TAN? We used to simply call it as tax deduction account number. Okay, but it is also deduction as well as collection account number. Basically, whoever is going to collect the taxes, he needs to apply separately for the TAN. Okay. Again, it is a kind of a 10-digit number. You will see on any kind of TDS certificates. You will see that. Okay. Then, every person deducting or collecting tax shall apply to AO for allotment of TAN. Okay. That is just the basic process. Next one. Pay attention. Payment of TDS. Very important. Most important. Most important. By when will you deposit the TDS? See, when you understand, when you read the word payment, it means deposit. Okay. Deposit of TDS with the government, obviously. How to deposit and all, but you can go online and make the deposit. That is not a big deal. Okay, just click the proper challan, fill the details, pay out the money. Okay, lump sum amount. Clear till here? Arey haan, everybody. So check. Pay attention, bacho. When will you deposit the TDS? The deduction happened in the month of April to February, any months. Pay attention. Okay, so April, May, June, all these deductions are happening, or whatever deductions are happening from April to Feb. Now pay attention. When does deduction happen? That I have cleared, that we have discussed. When does deduction happen, bacho? Generally, normally, receipt or credit, whichever is earlier. Arey haan. And there were certain exceptions, around 5-6 sections, where TDS will be done bacho only on payment basis. Arey haan ya na? Receipt or payment, same thing, no? One person's payment is other person's receipt. All of you okay till here? That sections will define when deduction should be done. Deduction, common sense, only after deduction you will deposit with the government. So first deduction and then deposit with the government. Clear? So deduction it is based on sections. Clear? When TDS needs to be done. That is given clearly in the section. Okay? Fine. So once deduction is done, bacho, it can be April, May, November, January, whatever. Then when will you deposit the TDS? On or before 7th of the next month. On or before, bacho, 7th of the next month. Did you understand? So basically, just don't write down. If at all you are deducting the tax 15th June 22, by when you should deposit this TDS? 7th July 22. If you have deducted on 28th Feb 23, by when will you deposit? 7th March 23. Understood, everybody? Arey bolo haan. Bacho, everybody, bolo na. Clear or no, all of you? Tell me. So whichever month you have done the TDS, on the 7th of the next month you will deposit the TDS. Now tell me, regular income or no for the government? That also in the first week of the month. Wow, wow, wow. Hai ki nahi? Regular income, but every month they are getting the money by 7th of the month. Clear? However, any deduction which is happening in the month of March, there is a special, you can see entire one extra month is given over there, 30th April. Okay? Now generally, why March is given extra time? Because of provisions. Because you are closing the financial year, books of account, so you have to do all the data entry of all the provisions as on 31st March. Let me ask you a very simple question. Provisions, do you understand? Year ending provisions, tell me. Hai na? So I did a provision as on 31st March. I know this payment, I have to make the payment. When will I do the payment? When will I get the invoice? I don't know. So I'm just making a provision. Correct here, based on some estimate or details or contract also. Yes? Sorry. So I did a bunch of provision entries as on 31st March. My question is whether TDS will be applicable or not applicable as on 31st March. Sorry. Applicable. Why applicable? Again, same thing. Credit, that is in the books of account, debit, whatever, or payment, whichever is earlier. As soon as you make the book entry, okay, TDS will be applicable. Okay, there were certain 5-6 sections exception that also we had seen, 192 and dividend, etc. Hai na? 192 or salary, TDS on salary, or 194 TDS on dividend will be done only on payment basis. But apart from those 5-6 sections, all other sections, what have we seen? Is credit or receipt, whichever, credit or actual payment, whichever is earlier. Clear? So 31st March is a provision. That means you are making the book entry, TDS will be applicable. Even if the actual payment will be done later on. Arey haan ya na? Everybody? Bacho? Fine? Everyone? So That's why we have a little bit extra time in the month of March, 30th April. Okay, this is so important, very important बच्चों. Consequences of failure to deduct or pay tax. Consequences of failure to deduct or pay tax. You are holding government's money. Government will बच्चों come to your home to recover the money. Simple. But before that, they will give you lots of warning and lots of penalties and all of that. है ना? There has been cases of imprisonment because of non-payment of GST or even income tax for that matter, TDS, etc. Okay, because importantly, बच्चों, two things: you are holding somebody else's money. That is point number one, and more importantly, बच्चों, you are holding government's money. Holding means you are understanding. You have deducted but not paid, or बच्चों, or you can say not deducted only, or not following the rules. Okay, so consequences of failure to deduct or pay the TDS. He or it, whatever may be the deductor, shall be liable to pay simple interest at the rate of 1% for every month or part of the month. Don't forget the word part. 1% for every month or part of the month of the tax on the tax from the date on which it was deductible to the date on which it is actually deducted. What is the question over here? You are supposed to do TDS or deduction on a particular day. You delayed it. There was a delay. Clear till here, all of you? So late deduction interest will be applicable. Late deduction interest will be applicable. That is point number one. Clear? And let us say, bachcho, if you pay also late. Ha. Yes, Indrajit. We'll take 30 days as 1 month. No? We'll take 30 days as 1 month. And secondly, 1.5% for every month or part, again or part, on tax from the date on which it was deducted to the date on which it is actually paid. Clear till here? Underline this word, it was deducted. So it is actually paid. But can you, if at all you look at the rates of interest, 1% and 1.5%, which is higher or which is tougher or which is serious, bachcho? 1.5% is a more tougher rate of interest. But why tougher? I mean, why tougher means what? It is serious. Why more serious? Why more interest? Look at the part. It was deducted but not yet paid. That is a more serious offense. Why? Because you have deducted somebody else's money and kept with you. Hai na bachcho? So 1.5% interest will be applicable till the date you actually paid to the government. Hai na? Everybody? 1% was what? Not deducted only. Yeah? 1.5% deducted but not paid. So between that gap, it is 1.5%. Clear? Done? So read this part. I think I had already covered this part in some chapter of PGPP. Read it, chalo, read it.
Recording stopped.
Oh, sorry. We have covered this bachcho or no in PGP? Check. Tell me. Same thing. Right, read, at least read, come on quickly. हो गया ऑल ऑफ यू? डन एवरीबॉडी और नो? गॉड सॉरी डन.
Recording in progress.
Pay attention. Assessee will not be deemed as assessee in default for non-deduction, non-payment only if. See, deductor will not be treated as assessee in default if the deductee himself has paid the taxes. That means what he considered as income in his income tax return, also paid the taxes. Yes, Shalia? Then, and also, bachcho, he has shown that CA certificate. In that case, it will be deemed that deductor has deducted and paid on the date of filing of return. That was the concept, bachcho, we had covered in PGBP. है ना? This is only for your understanding. I mean, for logic. I mean, knowledge. It is not part of syllabus. Assessee in default. So deductor doesn't escape late deduction interest even if payee pays the tax on his own. This will be still applicable. Which one? Late deduction. In that situation, deductor is only treated as assessee in default. If deductor fails to deduct TDS and is not assessee in default because payee has paid taxes, okay, then interest will be liable from the date from tax deductible to the return of income filing date. Are you understanding this point? This point is important. Payee filing income tax return, that date is deemed as what, bachcho? The date on which deductor has deducted and deposited the tax. And do you remember or no, bachcho, from PGBP? Tell me. Has the deductor actually deducted and no, he forgot? But deductee, payee was smart. He took that income in his income tax, he has calculated the tax, he has paid the tax, he has shown a CA certificate also. So the date on which he files return, that date is deemed that deductor has deducted the tax or deposited the tax. Which date? The date on which payee files his income tax return. Are हाँ या ना? So therefore, bachcho, late deduction bachcho interest will be applicable from which date? Date on which it was actually to be deductible till the date when the payee files his income tax return. हाँ या ना? For late deduction, that's all bachcho, 1%. This we had discussed in PGBP. Okay? Akshay समझा कि नहीं? Akshay, Nitin, actual date of deduction and payment for the deductor, pay attention, will be deemed to be the date of income tax return filing date of the payee. Pakka? Did you understand, everybody? So deductor missed. Last time I'm repeating. Deductor bachcho missed, but payee filed, है ना? Payee has shown. So the date when payee files or shows, that is the date of deduction as well as payment to be deemed for the deductor. Clear? So late deduction bachcho will be applicable. Hey Mataji, we take a break bachcho. After some time, after this, chalo, ठीक है? Too much of theory, too much of TDS is happening, है ना? After that, bachcho will jump to chalo, next one. Filing of TDS returns. E means what? Obviously, bachcho, electronic. Fine? Everybody ready? Pay attention, everybody, please pay attention now. Why? First of all, that question will not be asked, but you should know why bachcho TDS returns needs to be filed. And who? Chalo, let me ask you, who will file TDS return? Who will file TDS return? Deductor bachcho will file TDS return. Deductor, okay. what details he will put in the TDS. This you should know practically. We will understand it. What details बच्चों will put in TDS return? Details of the deductee, gross amount, TDS section, TDS rate, TDS amount, and that TDS amount is deposited through which challan number. All this referencing bachcho will be done. But importantly, I told you, deductee details, payee details. Are हाँ ना? When we say, okay, just try to understand. When we say deductee details, his name, address will be given, but also very importantly, PAN, permanent bachcho account number will be definitely given. Definitely. Understood all of you? Are हाँ ना? All of you okay? So these needs to be filed on quarterly basis. But when? On quarterly basis. Are you there, everybody? So check. TDS under section 192. Okay, 192. Pay attention. Resident or non-resident. Okay, whatever TDS you have done under section 192, TDS on salaries. Sorry. For that we have form number 24Q. Then any other section, okay, 193, 194, 194A, 194J, C, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, whatever it is, it will go to 26Q. Okay, so 24 for salary, 26 for other than salary. Okay, everybody, but resident, 26Q. And bachcho, any payment done to NR. Okay. Under any other section but payments to NR, non-resident. For that we have 27Q. Okay, everybody? Now, you may ask, sir, why we have separate returns 24Q, 26Q? Based on categories, that is there. But imagine from a big company point of view or a company point of view. Understand, please understand now. Number of employees to whom salary is paid. Okay, pay attention, what did I say? Number of employees to whom salary is paid and number of vendors to whom we pay contract, rent, professional fees. Who will be high in quantity? Numbers, I'm saying numbers. Number of transactions. Number of transactions. But your employees will be obviously higher in number. Okay, everybody? Employees. Means that if at all, even if I take but example of small software company, let us say but having 100 employees, chalega, you can imagine now, small software company, 100 employees, they bachcho may pay rent to one party only, rent, hai na, professional fees, auditor, or any other here and there consultancy, contract work, not generally not much there once your furniture is over, completely done, or annual maintenance charges, something like that. So again, hardly much they may be making payment to 10 or 20 vendors on whom other TDS are applicable, 193, 194, 194J, H, I, C and all of that. But with employees, there will be 100 in that example. Are you getting my point? So employees, they have completely kept it separate. TDS under 192 and all the others 26Q. Yes, everybody? दिमाग का दही नितिन इंद्रजीत खुशबू मानसी बोलो last part this one only how much this one chalo let's finish this table only last table when do we file TDS returns we file quarterly we pay TDS bachcho monthly by 7th of the next month. So we file TDS return quarterly. So Q1 bachcho by when do we file TDS return? 31st July. Okay? June end. Quarter 1 ending. Okay? When bachcho you file TDS return? 31st July. You have entire 1 month to file the TDS return. Obviously use common sense. In this you will file all the details of April, May, June. TDS done in April, May, June. Yes? देन Q2 बच्चों 31st October. Okay, TDS done in July, August, September. Then TDS बच्चों done in October, November, December, 31st January. Okay everybody, and March ending, that is Jan, Feb, March, 31st May. All of them, rest of them बच्चों just 1 month ahead, 31st March, 31st. But for 31st March and for March ending बच्चों it is 2 months. Why? Because for March itself बच्चों we are giving extra time of payment of tax itself ना. March ending TDS, by when बच्चों you have to deposit? By April. हाँ है ना. So you get entire 1 month extra to file TDS return. Okay. Remember, I had done this. है ना बच्चों? चलो, so that is it for this lecture of income tax for TDS. Okay everybody?
Recording stopped.
I can take lecture also फिर से, मतलब ठीक है, मतलब लेक्चर लूँगा मैं अभी भी दोपहर को. मैं फ्री हूँ, मैं 6 बजे तक तो कम से कम. मेरे हिसाब से लंच के बाद लॉ नहीं करते, नींद आती है, थोड़ा ब्रेक ले लो और TDS में थोड़ा आगे बढ़ते हैं हम लोग. तो अराउंड 2 सवा 2 बजे मिलते हैं, 3:30 पौने 4 तक वो करते हैं और फिर 4 से वही 5:30 6 तक लॉ करते हैं. चलेगा? ऑल ऑफ यू ओके? 2:10 लेट्स मीट फॉर इनकम टैक्स. 2:10 चलेगा? खाना भी खा लो, थोड़ा सा नींद भी कर लो. 2:15 is 2:15. ओके चलो 2:10 PM लेट्स मीट फॉर इनकम टैक्स. 3:10 3:30 3:40 लेते हैं, मतलब 1.5 घंटे का लेक्चर तो लेते हैं. फिर वैसे 10-15 मिनट का ब्रेक लेते हैं चाय का मस्त, और फिर 1.5 घंटे का लॉ का लेक्चर, 1.5-पौने 2 घंटे का. ओके बच्चों, ओ मेरे प्यारे बच्चों, ठीक है, चलो आराम करो. बाय बाय, सी यू एट 2:10 फॉर इनकम टैक्स.